Have you ever felt uncertain in a relationship, wondering if you're giving too much of yourself or struggling with how to respond to someone's disinterest? Maybe you've even felt rejected, and it left you questioning your own worth or wondering what you did wrong. Relationships are complex, and emotions like rejection, insecurity, and the fear of losing connection can easily take a toll on our well-being. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating concept of reverse psychology and how it can actually help you navigate these challenges with confidence. Imagine having the tools to manage your emotions and balance your expectations without becoming overwhelmed by rejection or uncertainty. By understanding reverse psychology, you'll discover a new approach to maintaining a strong, healthy connection without losing yourself in the process. We'll go over practical techniques to help you react thoughtfully in moments of frustration and build an emotional resilience that others will notice and appreciate. Stick around if you're looking to regain control, strengthen your relationships, and protect your sense of self. In this guide, we'll unpack exactly how reverse psychology can be a game changer in love and show you practical ways to apply it in everyday interactions. Whether you're single, dating, or in a committed relationship, these insights can help you create a balanced connection that lasts. What is reverse psychology? To understand how reverse psychology can improve relationships, let's start with what it actually is. At its core, reverse psychology is a technique where you encourage someone to do the opposite of what you truly desire. This approach works by subtly playing on the natural human desire for independence and choice. When we sense that someone is pressuring us to act a certain way, our instinct is often to resist, even if what they want aligns with our own desires. This concept has roots in psychological theory, but it's something we see in everyday life too. In romantic relationships, reverse psychology can be used as a way to let your partner come to their own conclusions rather than feeling pressured. This doesn't mean manipulating them. Instead, it's about respecting their freedom to make choices, which often leads them to act more genuinely. For instance, if your partner is feeling uncertain about spending more time together, showing them that you're comfortable giving them space can actually make them feel more drawn to you. This tactic gently reminds them that you're secure in yourself and respect their needs, which can create a more balanced dynamic. It's important to distinguish reverse psychology from manipulation. While manipulation is about controlling someone's actions for your benefit, reverse psychology, when used responsibly, is about giving people room to make decisions while maintaining your own self-respect. It's a technique that, when applied with good intentions, can improve communication and even deepen trust between partners. Throughout this video, we'll be focusing on ethical ways to use reverse psychology. You'll learn how to introduce small changes in your behavior that signal confidence and emotional independence. By the end, you'll have a solid understanding of how to avoid common relationship traps where one person feels overwhelmed or neglected. This approach encourages both you and your partner to meet each other halfway, setting a foundation for a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. Handling rejection using reverse psychology. Rejection can be one of the hardest emotions to face, especially in relationships. Whether it's the feeling of someone pulling away, not responding with the same level of interest, or outright declining our advances, rejection stings. But here's the twist. With reverse psychology, you can turn that experience into an opportunity for personal growth and resilience, rather than allowing it to shake your self-confidence. Reverse psychology allows you to respond calmly and confidently in the face of rejection, instead of reacting with hurt or insecurity, which can often drive the other person further away. This approach encourages you to step back and show that you're unbothered. For example, if someone is acting distant, you might feel the urge to chase them, hoping to get the reassurance you need. But with reverse psychology, you would instead mirror their actions, giving them space and focusing on your own activities. This non-reactive stance can create an unexpected shift in the dynamic, making them realize your value without feeling pressured. This technique isn't about pretending not to care. It's about genuinely finding that place within yourself where rejection doesn't define your worth. You're learning to see rejection as a reflection of where the other person is emotionally, rather than something that should impact your self-esteem. When you respond in a calm, self-assured manner, it not only gives the other person a chance to reconsider, but also strengthens your own sense of independence and confidence. Reverse psychology in these moments can be incredibly empowering. It reminds you that you don't need constant validation to feel worthy or desirable. Instead, by focusing on your own goals and priorities, you're naturally creating an attractive, magnetic presence. Others are more likely to value and appreciate someone who doesn't feel the need to prove their worth. In this chapter, we've covered how rejection can be managed in a way that builds resilience rather than insecurity. As we move forward, we'll look at more ways to use reverse psychology to create a balanced, harmonious connection, one where you maintain your independence while nurturing a fulfilling relationship. Balancing expectations with reverse psychology. One of the biggest challenges in relationships is balancing expectations, knowing how much to give and when to step back. It's easy to get caught in a cycle of wanting more from your partner, especially when emotions run deep. But relying on reverse psychology can be a subtle yet powerful way to manage your expectations without feeling constantly disappointed or overwhelmed. Reverse psychology teaches us to shift our focus from what we want to what we're willing to accept. Rather than openly seeking validation or attention, you adopt a stance of self-assurance that says, I'm here because I want to be, not because I need constant reassurance. For example, if you're in a relationship where you feel you're always the one initiating plans, you could try taking a step back. Give your partner the space to take the lead, signaling that you're secure enough not to chase after their attention. This creates an opportunity for them to reflect on their own commitment and potentially make an effort themselves. By managing your own expectations through this approach, you're signaling a sense of emotional independence. Your partner sees that you're not looking for them to fill every need or expectation you have, which can actually make them more responsive and engaged. They'll feel the freedom to connect with you in a way that's driven by their own desire, not pressure. A key part of balancing expectations is learning to avoid over-investing emotionally. With reverse psychology, the goal isn't to manipulate, but rather to encourage a dynamic where both partners feel equal. This approach helps you let go of the urge to control outcomes and allows the relationship to develop naturally. You're able to stay present, enjoying the relationship without letting unmet expectations lead to frustration or resentment. When you practice this balance, you'll find that not only do you feel more grounded, but your partner may also begin to mirror that independence and security. This way, you're building a foundation where both of you are in the relationship out of genuine interest and respect, not out of a sense of obligation or dependency. In the next chapter, we'll explore how reverse psychology can not only balance expectations, but also actively strengthen the connection between you and your partner. Strengthening the connection with reverse psychology. Reverse psychology isn't just useful for managing expectations or handling rejection. It can actually deepen the connection you share with your partner. Often, people think that showing interest means being constantly available and showering the other person with attention. However, this approach can sometimes create an imbalance where one person feels pressured while the other becomes more distant. Using reverse psychology here involves practicing a level of positive detachment. This doesn't mean withdrawing affection or acting uninterested. Rather, it's about demonstrating that you have your own life goals and interests outside of the relationship. For example, instead of dropping everything whenever your partner calls, you maintain your own schedule and focus on personal priorities. This shows that you value the relationship, but you also have a strong sense of self-worth that isn't entirely dependent on your partner's attention. Positive detachment can make you more intriguing and attractive when you're not always readily available. It invites your partner to invest more in the relationship. They may find themselves making more of an effort to spend time with you, and the time you do spend together becomes more meaningful and appreciated. This dynamic encourages both partners to meet each other halfway, creating a balanced, reciprocal connection. Furthermore, reverse psychology can help reduce conflicts that arise from feeling too dependent on each other's presence or validation. By fostering this healthy balance, You're building a partnership where both of you feel comfortable expressing independence without the fear of losing each other. This approach not only strengthens trust, but also enhances mutual respect. The key takeaway here is that strengthening your connection through reverse psychology doesn't mean playing games or withholding affection. It's about showing that while you're committed to the relationship, you're also fulfilled as an individual. This reinforces a healthy relationship dynamic where both partners feel valued and free to be themselves without worrying about overwhelming or neglecting each other. In the next chapter, we'll discuss how to use reverse psychology responsibly, ensuring that this approach remains a healthy tool for connection and not a method of manipulation. Using reverse psychology responsibly. While reverse psychology can be a powerful tool for fostering balance and emotional resilience, it's essential to use it responsibly. In relationships, trust is the foundation, and any approach that manipulates or pressures a partner can quickly damage that trust. That's why reverse psychology, when used ethically, should always be rooted in respect and genuine care for the other person's feelings and boundaries. One important guideline is to be mindful of your intentions. Reverse psychology shouldn't be a way to force a specific outcome or to control your partner's behavior. Instead, it's about giving your partner space to make their own decisions while maintaining your own emotional independence. For example, if your partner needs some time apart, using reverse psychology in a responsible way would mean gracefully accepting their need for space rather than pretending you're indifferent to manipulate a response. Another aspect of responsible use is communication. While reverse psychology involves subtlety, it should never be a replacement for open and honest communication. Make sure that your partner understands your values, needs, and feelings openly. If there's ever a moment where reverse psychology feels like it's creating more distance or confusion, it's important to check in with each other and clarify your intentions. Additionally, reverse psychology should never be used to play with someone's emotions or create insecurity. A healthy relationship is built on mutual support, where each partner feels confident and valued. If reverse psychology becomes a tactic for winning or proving something, it's likely to lead to resentment or misunderstandings down the line. Always aim to create a positive and constructive environment. By using reverse psychology responsibly, you can create a dynamic that's respectful and enriching for both you and your partner. In the final chapter, we'll summarize the main points and reflect on how these techniques can help build a strong, balanced, and fulfilling relationship. Key takeaways and practical tips. As we wrap up, let's revisit the key points of how reverse psychology can be used to bring balance, emotional strength, and deeper connection into your relationships. First, remember that reverse psychology is about encouraging genuine interaction by giving your partner the freedom to make their own choices. Instead of pushing or pressuring, you're creating an environment where each person feels free to express themselves naturally. Handling rejection with reverse psychology means recognizing that your self-worth doesn't depend on someone else's approval. By responding calmly and confidently to moments of rejection, you're showing that you value yourself and won't let external opinions disrupt your emotional stability. This shift in perspective can be empowering, allowing you to approach relationships from a place of self-assurance. Balancing expectations is another major benefit. With reverse psychology, you're stepping back and allowing your partner to invest in the relationship on their terms, rather than constantly seeking validation or control. This fosters a healthier dynamic, where both partners contribute equally and feel fulfilled. To help you put these principles into practice, here are some quick tips. 1. Stay present. Focus on enjoying the moment instead of worrying about the future. Let go of any need to control outcomes, which allows the relationship to develop naturally. 2. Respect personal space. Give your partner room to breathe, knowing that a bit of independence can often strengthen the bond. 3. Practice self-care. Building your own hobbies, friendships, and interests outside of the relationship reinforces your emotional resilience and reduces dependency on your partner's attention. 4. Communicate clearly. While reverse psychology relies on subtlety, open communication is still key. Make sure your partner understands your needs, values, and boundaries to avoid misunderstandings. In relationships, the goal isn't to win, but to create a balanced partnership where both people feel respected and valued. When used thoughtfully, reverse psychology can be a tool for building that kind of connection, a relationship that thrives on mutual independence, trust, and emotional balance. Thank you for watching, and remember, true connection starts with understanding yourself and respecting the space both you and your partner need to grow.